pala eh. Hello! Sorry. Oh! Oh! Hey guys, good morning. Name is Reian and welcome to the vlog. Hindi siya kakain pag hindi yung tatag. Alright, first things first. I have some exciting news. And I know I'm not used to do this, but going to tell you some things that I'm, well, kind of excited for. But before that, coffee. Welcome back to the vlog, and I hope you enjoyed that short coffee b-roll. Alright, so let's start from the beginning, shall we? This story began on April 2013. Cat is here again. Things started in April 2013 when I first enrolled in a university here in Baguio, specifically in St. Louis University as a mechanical engineering student. And after 3 years of having to explore my skills, my talents, and I'd say that those years were not wasted in a way, because it led me into this time right now where I'm an ESL instructor, a videographer, a photographer maybe, a gamer, and a person. So before that, damn. Feels good. That pala nagkape muna ako bago ako nagsimula nagsalita. But anyway, right, so SLU. What happened was, I took engineering not because my parents wanted me to. I just took it because I had this kind of idea where I wanted to finish what my father started. Right, so my father is actually a mechanic. I wanted to finish what he started. He wanted to be an engineer, but he can't because he didn't have the time to finish a bachelor's degree. He took up vocational course and then went straight to Oman during his young years. And my second choice was actually to be an secondary education or major, basically just to be a teacher, because I was really inspired to, teach. Before, when I was in high school, I was a part of a organization in church called CFC-YFC. And before that, I entered as a Kids for Christ. But for those who know how's the process, I will explain. Anyway, in there, I really enjoyed how to collaborate with people, how to connect with people, and teach people how the teachings and the ways of the Lord. So yeah, going back to the topic, I chose mechanical engineering. I made friends. It's where I met my girlfriend right now, who is very supportive in everything that I do. After a while, I decided that I'd explore more on my talents and skills on photography and videography. I really felt this insane amount of passion on video editing, photography, basically everything that entails or comes with production. So I thought I'd go to a film school. So I thought I'd join University of Baguio, where I heard they have the most complete facilities, if you may say, or updated facilities, at least for a film student. So I checked, and then I enrolled as a student, and then yeah, that was way back in 2016. So 2016, today is 2020, so it's 4 years. And what do we know about being in college for 4 years? We already know that we'd graduate, and that's the news. Basically, it's just that I am a graduating student now. I can't even say that I have already graduated, especially in these times of COVID and lockdown. So there are no really graduation ceremonies yet, and no certificates given yet. So I don't know why or how can most of my batchmates even consider themselves as graduates already, but maybe in some ways we are. I just like to think that it's not over yet until I have no more things to do in school. Like for example, pay up my tuition fees, which right now is kind of a problem. As you know, there are no jobs, it's hard to find money, and thus I took a job because I was dreaming to help my parents finish up my studies, which is the goal, right? Which is the goal. So, one sec. Right, so I think I am not yet a graduate per se. It's not really been a huge difference from where I was or I am right now. Right, so I am now finding my ways. I am 23 years old right now, and I know it's been a long time before it's been a long time for me to take up my studies and finish it per se. But just like what we said in the podcast, it's not a race. It's everyone has their own pacing. It's really interesting because as I connected with my friends in high school and asked them on how things have been, you know, it's the best time to reconnect with one another, especially in these times that we are on our most optimal time to spend on the internet. So yeah, right now it's just been a full-on grind on looking for more options and opportunities for me as a somewhat graduate in this case. So maybe that's my title, somewhat graduate. So yeah, lately I've been talking to my friends again. Shout out to my boys Gabe and Allan. We've been talking about the future, or how we were before and how we are now and how we would be in the future. So as you may know, my friend Allan is actually going to Canada next week, and is going to spend probably most of his future there. Yeah, it's really interesting because we have to, you know, go on our separate lives as well. It has been like that for a long time, but you kind of feel the same question on where are you going to be in the future. So right now, as I see myself, I think I'd be here where I teach students for a while, since it's part of my dream to be a somewhat successful person, and how it brought me to a fulfillment level of success, if you may call it, because you know, success again is it varies from the perspective of a person. So to me, success could be defined as and I got this from a very short phone call on a friend as well. I asked him on what is the definition of success and failure. He said success is when you never give up, and failure is just when you stop trying, you know. And that's sad. That's when you stop trying. It's just you stop trying because you think that you're not capable enough, or you think that you have wasted all of your potential, you know. And for me, I had those kinds of feeling before, and that's why right now I'm trying to pick myself up again. Yeah, maybe my success story is yet to come, but in a way I look things already in a good perspective, where these little victories would accumulate into something big, something that is far more greater than what I expect my life would be. So I would like to know your thoughts and how things are with you, and what would you say is success, and if it's completely possible for one person to master one thing. Because I think, and personally I believe, that the learning process is a growing thing, you know. It doesn't stop. I don't know if you're familiar. It came from one of my somewhat favorite dancers, idols, if you may call it, Ian Eastwood. If you notice the tattoo from his, I think, left arm, ANCORA, IMPARO, I was actually enamored by the way it means. If you don't know already, you should, you know, check it out. So yeah, that's just the exciting news. I hope you enjoy that, and let me know your comments or your suggestions. If you have some things to say to me, I'm here, I'm open. You can just talk to me, just PM me in my socials, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.